Dexter Season 6 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 6, Episode 6. The title of this episode is called Just Let Go. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Dexter is following Travis Marshall until he gets a call from Deb. She tells him that Brother Sam has been shot. So Dexter says he's on the way, and Dexter arrives. Deb actually lets him examine the crime scene, even though he knew the victim. They're, of course, at the garage where Brother Sam did all his hard work. Lewis Green, Masuka's intern, says Dexter is a rock star because of how he paints a picture of what happened at the crime scene so well. And Masuka says this is Miami Metro, where we're all rock stars. Dexter gets blood off of an aluminum baseball bat that he wants to use or wants to potentially track a victim, which, fun fact, I was actually hit in the mouth with an aluminum baseball bat on September 30th, 1988, when I was 8 years old. Yes, just so you know. Anyway, back at the station, Deb wants statements from Soderquist from everybody that's at the garage. Batista and Masuka don't want to have small talk with Deb now because she's lieutenant. Batista and Quinn tell Deb about Geller and the end of the world stuff. Quinn figures out that the chick in one of the photos was Carissa Porter, who, due to knowing, because he knew the tattoos that she had on her, because he actually saw them. So Deb demands that she come into the station, because she doesn't want to use the resources to have them go there again. She needs to come to the station. Jamie asks Dexter about Brother Sam. Dexter says he really didn't know him that well. Ghost Harry asks Dexter why is it so hard that he can't admit that he actually cares about Brother Sam. Deb has another therapy session with Dr. Michelle Ross. Deb tells her she feels like her whole world has been turned upside down when Dr. Ross was about to leave. And then, so Dr. Ross gives her some advice. She says, don't act, just be Deborah. For a shrink, Deb says that she's not that annoying, surprisingly. Mike Anderson gets a tip that Leo Hernandez killed Brother Sam. Travis is filling out jars of his own blood. Mike Anderson shows up at Leo's home, and Leo grabs a gun and starts to fire, and he is killed. Leo had the surveillance footage from the shop on DVD of where Brother Sam got killed. Dexter, Mike Anderson, and Masuka watched the footage. Dexter notices that the dog Eli isn't barking, and it must be Nick that shot Brother Sam, since Eli doesn't bark, or barks at everybody except for Brother Sam and Nick. Deb sends Quinn in the interrogation room with Professor Porter, and then Deb is able to find out that Quinn slept with the witness, Carissa Porter. And Quinn thinks Deb might be a little jealous, amongst other things. Dexter tells Jamie that Deb wants her to come to the party at her new beach house. She thought there was beef between them, but it was something that can easily be squashed. And she wants Jamie, obviously, along with Harrison, to be there. Brother Sam has woken up, but apparently he doesn't have long. This apparently happens during these types of situations where they will wake up out of the coma, and then they'll eventually die. So Dexter tells him that he knows that Nick is the one that shot him. And Brother Sam says, tell Nick I forgive him. So Brother Sam tells Dexter to let the darkness go. Batista tells Deb that Quinn's his partner, and that she's the boss, and that's why they're treating her that way now. Deb tells Jamie she thinks they should start over. Lewis Green actually goes to talk to Jamie, Masuka's intern. Quinn shows up to the party, drunk as fuck, and with some random chick that gets mad that he finds out that Deb was his ex-girlfriend. Travis Marshall lets the female hostage that was a whore go free. And then Quinn starts to flirt with Jamie. He tells her, and Batista for that matter, he wants a relationship with that ass. Oh boy, Quinn. So Batista punches him right in the face. Bad news by the doctors. Brother Sam has passed away. R.I.P. to another great Dexter character that we didn't really get a lot of time with. Deb's upset that Dexter never came to her party. Dexter takes Nick to the beach where he was baptized, and Dexter tells Nick he wants to know why. Nick says it's because his life is still shit, even though he's been trying to act good. Dexter tells Nick Brother Sam is dead, and that he says there's no proof, and starts laughing. Dexter snaps and ends up drowning Nick drowns Nick to his death, and then says there's no light in you and there's no light in me. Dexter hears clapping, and it's Brian Moser. Hey, little brother, miss me? Wow. Playing the evil Harry Ghost role. Pretty big mark-out moment for some Dexter fans, especially those that watch this video. So that was what ends the episode. So it was an okay episode. It had its moments. Obviously, Brother Sam is a character. He had killed people before, but he turned his life around. I give him a 10 out of 10, and we really didn't get a lot of time with him. I wish we would have got... The twist in this season should have been that Brother Sam went back to the dark side, and he would have ended up being the main villain at the end of the season, and not Travis Marshall or Professor Geller. As far as the score of the episode, I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. It was, for a Season 6 episode, not too bad, and it had my intention. The characters of the episode, I'm going to give the male character of the episode to Mike Anderson, because he's really good at figuring shit out, and he knows a lot about, religious shit. And the female character of the episode, again, is Deb. Jamie's close, but just hasn't did enough, even though she's got that unbelievable ass, according to Quinn. As far as our villains of the episode, Leo, he gets a 3 out of 10. And Nick, he's a sociopath, it seems. Like, he was laughing about what happened to Brother Sam, and said there's, no proof. So I'm going to give Nick a 5 out of 10, and that is what I thought about this episode. So we got only a few more episodes left in Season 6 of Dexter. If you happen to be a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, which I hope is the case since you're watching this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Smash it like it was that fine ass of Jamie Batista. Share the video with whomever you want, or put this video on any of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comments section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Dexter. What would you score it? Who would be your male and female character of the episode? And if you want to rate any villains that are in the episode that actually die, such as Leo, such as Nick, that's fine. What would you rate Brother Sam as a character? So anytime a main character dies on Dexter, I'm now going to have that character be rated. And based on what I saw of Brother Sam, I have to give him a 10 out of 10. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.